Hey, what's up everybody? Tommy Meyer here. Welcome to Tommy Tonight. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I wearing a mask? I'm by myself in here. There's nobody within 6 feet of me. What am I being politically correct? No, because it turns out that a deadly virus isn't the only thing we have to worry about breathing in 2020. Wildfires are burning all across the West Coast, including here in LA. This is a map of all the wildfires burning right now. Look at all that red. Here's what it looks like from space. Like some predator shit. And this is what the sky looks like. When I opened my weather app today, and this is totally true, I'm not making this up, it's 100% true, it just says smoke. I didn't know that that was a weather. Now, officials don't know the exact causes of many of these fires, but the El Dorado fire, which is burning in San Bernardino County, apparently started because of a gender reveal celebration where a pyrotechnic device ignited. So here we are. This is 2020. This is what it's come to. The sky is the same color as the president. A color neither of them should be. Now here in LA County, we're dealing with the Bobcat fire. KTLA has the details.
The fire started above Azusa Sunday. It has now burned thousands of acres, and authorities warn it could endanger foothill communities. Last night, an evacuation warning issued for parts of Monrovia. Residents in Duarte, Azusa, Bradbury, Arcadia, and Sierra Madre were also told to be ready to go.
No! What are you doing? Don't you know you're going to cause a panic? You got to play it down. Play it cool, baby. It'll go away. Like a miracle. It'll just go away. I'm referring, of course, to the new revelations in Bob Woodward's book about Trump called Rage, which I assume is named after the feeling that you're supposed to feel after you read it. In it, we learned what we already basically knew. You know what? Get out of here, Masky. What we basically already knew. I lived long enough. That Trump repeatedly played down the severity of the virus, even though he knew how deadly it was. But okay, what is this? Another hit job? Okay, who told you, Bob? Who told you that, huh? Anonymous sources? There were no sources.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you...
Sure, I want you to
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
Oh, there's tapes? But wait a minute. Trump is your source? You can't trust that guy. He lies all the time. Seriously, I'd be more likely to believe it if it were anonymous sources. Now, these tapes are really, really damning. For instance, on February 7th, Trump said this to Bob Woodward in private.
It goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. You know, the touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air. That's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. This is more deadly. This is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%.
And here he is 3 weeks later in public.
It's a little like the regular flu that we have flu shots for. And we'll essentially have a flu shot for this in a fairly quick manner. I mean, view this the same as the flu. When somebody sneezes, I try and bail out as much as possible. I really think, Doctor, you want to treat this like you treat the flu, right?
Now here's Trump talking to Woodward in March.
Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob. Just today and yesterday, some startling facts came out. It's not just older
exactly.
young people, to plenty of young people.
And here he is talking to us in August.
Young people are almost immune to this disease. The younger, the better.
You know things are bad when the younger the better is the least problematic thing, Trump said. Now, Trump's, of course, taken a lot of slack for this, but he defended himself at a press conference on Wednesday, and here's what he had to say.
The fact is, there has to be a calmness. You don't want me jumping up and down, screaming, there's going to be great death.
Nobody wants you jumping up and down.
If Bob Woodward thought what I said was bad, then he should have immediately, right after I said it, gone out to the authorities so they can prepare and let them know.
No! That's your job. That is literally your job. You are the authorities. Trump keeps coming up with this metaphor that he's a cheerleader for the country, but that could not be more wrong, sir. You are the quarterback. Coronavirus, this is your butt fumble. And I don't buy for 1 second, by the way, the whole I didn't want to start a panic lie. That is baloney. All you do is try to get people to panic. It's your favorite thing. You started your campaign by saying that Mexico was sending murderers and rapists over the border. You spent weeks leading up to the midterms warning of a caravan coming to invade our country. And hours ago, literally hours ago, you tweeted, if Joe Biden is elected, no city, town, or suburb will be safe. So much for not wanting to cause a panic. Look, we have done a terrible job. There's no way around it. The numbers speak for themselves. We make up 4% of the world's population, yet we have 22% of the COVID deaths. If the US had the same death rate as the EU, 84,000 lives would have been saved. If we had the same death rate as Canada, our neighbors to the north, 109,000 lives would have been saved. And if we had the same death rate as Japan, 185,000 of the 190,000 people who have died would still be alive today. And just in case you think I'm cherry-picking countries, if you take the average, if we did just average for the world, 145,000 lives would have been saved. To put that into perspective, if you take all the lives that could have been saved, if we had just done an okay job, and add them to your vote total in 2016, you would have only lost the popular vote by 2.7 million. And make no mistake, these lives are on Donald Trump's hands. The spread of this virus is contingent upon the actions of individuals. It's contingent on how seriously we take it. We saw the consequences of letting our guard down after Memorial Day. We take our cues from our leaders, okay? By playing down the severity of the virus and continuing to discourage the simple actions that we can all take, like mask wearing and social distancing, Trump caused people not to take the necessary precautions until it was too late. This is exactly the type of thing that I feared from a Trump presidency. That his selfishness, his incompetence, ignorance, his unwillingness to learn, and his lack of a moral compass would get people killed. This is why we say that Trump is dangerous. Now we know just how dangerous he is. Almost as dangerous as a gender reveal party. That's all the time I got for you. I'm Tommy Meyer, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my videos by commenting down below. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to me on the YouTube or share this with a friend. The possibilities are 3. Good night.